many people speaking, oh my God, whether I will be able to speak like that. And he told me, you will not know until you try. And I am still trying.
Thanks for their answer.
The fourth speaker is attempting his project 2 from the storytelling manual, the advanced communication. Let's get personal. And he is one of the ever-smiling, down-to-earth person I have met. He was one of the past presidents of Bangalore Toastmasters Club. He joined Toastmasters way back in 1995. And very recently, he was awarded the Outstanding Member Recognition from District 92 for his exemplary contribution. Professionally, yes, please approve. Professionally, he is a freelance aptitude and soft skills trainer. So may I request his evaluator, T.M. Vijay Anand, to please read out the guidelines.
I am Toastmaster, yes. The objectives are to learn the elements of a good story, to create and tell an original story based on a personal experience. Time management, please note 6 to 8 minutes.
So please welcome T.M. Arun John Matthias with his speech towards the third pin. Towards the third pin, T.M. Arun John Matthias.
The memorable month of May. It was on the 22nd of May 2012 that the Toastmasters International President, DTM Michael Notaro, presented me this outstanding member Toastmasters Club. And it was last Saturday, on the 9th of May 2015, that District 92 presented me the second outstanding member Toastmasters Club. Outstanding member. And the second one, that is to tell me that I should stop being outstanding, that I need to come here more often. The story doesn't stop there. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, month of May. On the 16th of May, 1995, I joined Toastmasters. This is my first receipt. On the 14th of May 2006, I got married. This is my marriage certificate. If you are asking me, why am I talking about marriage and why Toastmasters, I want to share with you the story of my marriage with Toastmasters. And through that experience of its pluses and minuses, I want to perhaps inspire you, perhaps motivate you on your journeys and maybe your marriages in Toastmasters. As some of you are aware, Bangalore Toastmasters Club was not the first club that I was a member of. I belong to a small club. It doesn't exist today, so don't Google it. A small club which used to meet at Indiranagar, 100 feet road, East Cultural Association. It was called the Simply Better Toastmasters Club. Simply Better because it was sponsored by Smithline Beecher, SP. And we used to meet there every Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. And I have a confession to make. I joined that club when I was underage. When I was 17, I was accepted as a member of that club. I had tried for admission into another club, the first club in Bangalore, Garden City Speakers Forum. But they said, we go strictly by the rules. You are not 18, so we cannot accept you. So Toastmaster Robinson D'Souza took me on his scooter to Simply Better Toastmasters Club, introduced me to people there, and they welcomed me with open arms. And I joined. And I gave my speeches there. And I want to share with you a couple of things memorable from that. I told you I was 17 and just turning 18. I was in the first PUC when I was just getting into this organization. And you know, second PUC and its burdens, not just on you and your parents. You have to attend tuition classes. And yes, I did. I was part of tuition classes. And there was physics class every Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30. And every second Tuesday, I was absent for physics tuition because I was at the Toastmasters meetings. My college being at Coxtown, I had to cycle. Yes, there's such a thing called a cycle. I had to cycle. Remember, my BSA SLR cycle. To cycle from Coxtown through Alsur, 100 feet road, Indiranagar. And after meeting, which went on to 8:15, 8:30, I cycled down 100 feet road. Domlur flyover was not even a dream at that time. Because inner ring road did not exist. It was pitch dark. And I had to somehow cross the road carefully because the cars were whizzing by on their way to the airport and to the city. Take a right turn and go back into the city to my home at Austin Town. And this happened week after week as long as I could. It's a different story though that Simply Better Toastmasters Club died a natural death. While I was still part of the club at Simply Better, Garden City Speakers Forum decided to have an inter-club speech competition. And it was the first one of its kind at that time. There was no concept of area and district and division. So it was just an inter-club affair. And I was nominated by my club to represent the club at this inter-club contest. I was scared. I mean, I'm 18, 19 years old. My first speech contest, the experienced people participating. There was this one gentleman, Robinson D'Souza, who helped me, who inspired me, who motivated me. He brought along his encyclopedia, I would say, of material that he had collected. He helped me decide on a topic, child labor. He gave me some very creative ideas. And I went to that first inter-club contest with a packet of chips in my hand. And I began by saying, this is the packet of chips which was made at Maruti Seva Nagar in Banaswadi. And it was made with the hands of children who should have been in school but are here making chips so that you and I can eat them. And I went on to win that contest. A PS to this. The next year when they had a similar competition, I was a bit complacent, overconfident, and I participated and failed miserably. Never mind. This is the communication part of my marriage, the leadership part of my marriage with Toastmasters. The first time that I participated in an election to be a club officer was for that of the Sergeant at Arms, the lowest ranking club officer. Nisha said that yes, I'm a past president. I started off with Sergeant at Arms. I wanted to be Sergeant at Arms. My opponent, a 50-plus-year-old gentleman, old in Toastmasters, no, Tony Fernandez. A very meticulous gentleman who took things at its own pace. And I, young, brash, 20, 21-year-old, expecting the overnight miracles to happen, stood against this gentleman. And we had to give our regular 1-minute speech at the beginning of the election. And I blabbered some nonsense. And the results showed I lost my first election. That was a lesson to me. Don't be overconfident. You are a bit immature. You need to settle down. You need to create a platform such that you don't have to participate in an election, but people have to choose you for your worth, for your merit. And for my other posts that I've held, weekly membership, weekly education, president, area governor, I've not had to fight another election here at Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, I finished 9 years of my marriage yesterday. And people, especially relatives, are asking me, only one child, when's the next one? I have to say, wait and watch. It's a natural thing. Now, some of you might think, 20 years of postmaster, how many details have you finished? I have to hide my face and say, I've not even finished ACG. I've just given around 30 speeches, not come close to a DPM, not even one DPM. Fellow Toastmasters, friends, life has its pluses and it has its minuses, just as in a marriage. We should be complacent with our successes and we should learn to rise from our faults. That has been my experience in my marriage with Toastmasters. And it's a wonderful institution. I want all of you to partake of the fruits that this institution offers. I will close for all.
After such an inspiring speech, I'm kind of hungry. So we can all take a 10-minute break.